This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review, and yes, I am back from my 1 week holiday. A rare chance in this endeavor as a sports handicapper to take a deep breath, calm down, relax, get re energized, refocused, and I feel re energized after that 1 week off. It was nice to get the time off, but now back to business and ready to go as football season fast approaching, NFL and college football. And today I will resume my daily look at MLB Overnight Lines, and we'll be taking a look today at the games on Tuesday, July the 19th. Now, a little disclaimer about the Overnight Lines videos moving forward. They're going to be a lot shorter because at this stage of the season, my baseball handicapping, it goes down significantly in terms of time spent. At this stage of the year, usually post All-Star break, it's about an 80-20 split for me in terms of time spent between football and time spent on baseball. NFL and college football preparation are top priority for me right now. Baseball in the second half of the season, I don't make as many bets. I personally don't find there is as much volume, and I just don't feel good spending exorbitant amounts of time handicapping baseball at this stage of the season because you don't find as many good opportunities. I'm not saying anyone out there should follow what I do, but just from my own experiences betting this sport, I find you have to pick your spots a lot more. You have to be a lot more selective and really do a decent job of pinpointing value. You just can't willy-nilly bet here, bet there, bet this game, bet that 5-inning line, bet that first half total, bet this team total. You can't do that at this stage of the season. I find it's going to crush your bankroll because I've had experiences way back when I was just starting out as a handicapper. It would crush mine. So I really scale back in the second half of the baseball season when I find, just from a personal standpoint, that the opportunities in baseball just aren't there the way they are earlier on in the season. So the videos are going to be a lot shorter. I'm still going to talk, a couple of games with each video. Try to really narrow down the games that stand out to me a lot more than anything else on a daily basis in baseball in terms of good value and good opportunities that I'll be looking at. But aside from that, again, really trying to gear more toward football at this stage of the season. So that's going to be the goal with the MLB Overnight Lines. We're going to pinpoint some good betting opportunities, but we're going to try to be more selective, just talk a couple of games each day, really try to narrow down the games that I'm interested in and that have piqued my interest from a betting perspective in Major League Baseball on a daily basis. So with that in mind, let's start by taking a look at the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates taking place on Tuesday, July 19th. And one of our guys that we talked about quite a bit from a starting pitching perspective prior to the All-Star break, he's back on the mound. I'm talking about Junior Guerra for the Milwaukee Brewers, a guy that we have cashed tickets with on more than one occasion here in past MLB Overnight Lines video segments here at Sportsbook Review. Still a very undervalued starting pitcher in the betting markets, even beyond the All-Star break now, is Junior Guerra. I mean, Milwaukee 10-3 in his 13 starts this season, 4-1 in his last 5 trips to the mound, and 6-0 Milwaukee in Junior Guerra's 6 road starts, and it is important to keep that in mind as he's making the road start here for the Brewers at PNC Park against the Pirates, a 3.06 ERA this season. He's allowed just 5 runs in his last 28 innings of work, so really good numbers for Junior Guerra. I think he can come in here and have another solid outing. He has just given Milwaukee a chance to win every single time, especially on the road, so I think he can do a somewhat decent job neutralizing the Pirates here. Again, the Pirates lineup is not exactly a consistent, big hitting lineup game in, game out. I think Guerra can at least neutralize them a little bit in this start. On the flip side, we've got Jameson Taillon on the mound here for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he's a conundrum for me from a betting perspective here because he's returning from the DL, making his first start since June 29th. Difficult for me to pinpoint what to expect from Taillon in this particular outing, and let's be honest, he's had some good moments. He's had some not so good moments since joining the Pirates rotation, since getting the call up earlier this season. He hasn't exactly pitched dominant here at PNC Park, that is for sure. 6.30 home ERA for Taillon. He's allowed 7 runs on 14 hits in 10 innings pitched in this ballpark, so that's not exactly dominant statistics for Jameson Taillon here pitching at PNC Park. So I think at the underdog price with Milwaukee, plus 115 is what you can get with the Brewers right now, with Junior Guerra on the mound. I think there's some more value once again presenting itself to back Junior Guerra and the Brewers here at an underdog price. Texas Rangers taking on the LA Angels on Tuesday, July 19th. We've got two starters I sure as hell don't trust my money with right now. So from a side perspective, I am not looking at this game whatsoever. The totals perspective, that's a different story because I think both of these guys are going to get hit in this particular game. Kyle Lohse is on the mound for the Texas Rangers. What can we say about Kyle Lohse over the years? He's early on in his career with the Cardinals. He was pretty viable as a starting pitcher, but time's gone on. Injuries have crept up and become more and more of an issue for Kyle Lohse in recent seasons. Bounced around. Now he's with the Texas Rangers. And let's be honest, when you're in the rotation here with Texas, only because of injuries to Yu Darvish, Colby Lewis, and Derek Holland, who've all been on the DL for extended time now, when you're in the rotation all because they're down and because Nick Martinez and Chichi Gonzalez have already gotten their crack in the starting rotation with Texas since those injuries took place, and they couldn't stick in the rotation because they stunk. They completely spit the bit. When you are only getting your shot in the rotation after all of that, how good can you be if you're Kyle Lohse? How good can you be? How much faith can the Texas Rangers possibly have in you when you're only getting this opportunity to start now? I think it speaks volumes about how Texas just doesn't have much faith in him at all. And what faith did he give the Texas Rangers in his first start prior to the All-Star break against the Minnesota Twins? Not much of evidence, that's for sure. 6 runs on 9 hits and 5 innings of work for Kyle Lohse in that outing against the Twins. He didn't pitch very well at all. Same issue that Martinez and Chichi Gonzalez had. He didn't pitch deep. He only lasted 5 innings. That Texas bullpen's been overworked for many weeks now. I know the All-Star break is likely going to help them, rest up a little bit, get re-energized, but still, not a guy I trust here to shut down the LA Angels, who've really come out of the All-Star break swinging the hot bat. I mean, up and down their lineup. 16 runs scored by the LA Angels in 3 games over the weekend against the Chicago White Sox. So I think they'll be able to have some success against Lohse, but I think Texas is going to be able to hit Tim Lincecum because let's be honest, Tim Lincecum's in the rotation here. The Angels giving him a chance, got that tryout contract. But boy, he looks like the same Tim Lincecum in his final days with the San Francisco Giants. I mean, he has just had no fastball velocity, none, 0. There's very little difference between his fastball and his off-speed stuff, and he's been very, very hittable. I mean, you look at it, he's allowed 17 runs in his last 17.2 innings of work over his last 4 starts. Those aren't good numbers whatsoever, and we're seeing him give up 5, 6, 8, 9 hits per game on a routine basis since joining this Angels rotation. So I don't trust him to shut down Texas here. I think both lineups are going to enjoy the upper hand. You've got middling starting pitchers. You've got bullpens that aren't exactly of the lockdown variety, especially if the middle relief has to come in, and I don't think we're going to get innings being eaten by either Lincecum or Lohse in this game. So looking at the total, sitting at 9, I got no problems looking to play that game over the total. 9 runs, Texas and the LA Angels on Tuesday night, July the 19th. So that will wrap up my return to MLB Overnight Lines videos on a daily basis. That's my look at the games on Tuesday, July 19th. I'm sports handicapper Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review. We've got an exciting week coming up because I'm going to have my regular CFL week preview for Week 5 later this week. And I'm also going to begin weekly college football preview videos. I'm going to look at the Power 5 conferences in college football for the upcoming season. We're going to do ACC this week. We're going to have Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, and SEC. I'll be breaking down every single team from those conferences over the next 5 weeks leading up to the kickoff of the college football season, so I'm excited to bring you that, and we'll see if I can give you some good betting opinions that I have on the Power 5 conference teams heading into the college football season from a betting perspective. So that's all on the horizon, so keep tuned in to Sportsbook Review on a daily basis because Ian Cameron's back and he's ready to keep going and giving you great content, great information.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.